Let's get this camera right. Please, my familia. What's up, guys? Yo, relax. Everything's okay. Everything is okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, huh? Days like this are tough. But we're tougher. Don't worry. Tougher. We're tougher. It's a terrible word. Here, let me spam hashtag this shit so maybe I can get 4 new followers. BCH. Oh, a lot of noobs like XVG and Tron. Oh, a lot of noobs like Bitcoin Private too. That's who I'm trying to reach out to right now is people who aren't, you call them noobs, not saying that condescendingly. I'm trying to, I've been around in this game, so I'm trying to save some people's panic, I guess. ICX, one. We'll do one more. Spank for sure. All right. Hey, there you go. Georgie, yeah. Yeah, it's roughness, huh? ETH BTC shorts were nice, that's for sure. So, sometimes these, I mean, you buy key levels and you wait, but sometimes these sell-offs go a little further than you would like them to, and that's how you get capitulation. People enter, or at certain levels, whether it's a short-term, mid-term, long-term trade, and then they see the market go against them, and the same emotion happens on all time frames. So you try to get a quick flip or something, and it goes way beyond, and then all the short-termers and mid-termers and long, some of the weak-handed that they think they're long-termers, they drop it, and you get these crazy-ass wicks, these crazy-ass drops. So and then it bounces, and then big money comes in, and these can be literally your most profitable days. There's probably, I don't know, it sounds hedgy, but I guess 4 to 10 of these days per year, depending on how you look at it. Like 4 super blood days and like 10 like mid to super blood days, and if you only trade on those days and you just wait, you could damn near 5x your account in a year. Literally, like it's with your eyes closed, if not more, because then if you catch the bottom and you catch it at the right time and you get another bull run, then God knows how. So the mail lady's coming real quick. 1 second. My dog's about to bark at her. Hey, be good. So yeah, the ARC membership is much cheaper next month right now. Hey, Jordy, Reagan, stop it. I don't want to hear it. Be nice. Mail lady's your friend. Everybody's your friend. You bark at her and then you get up to her and just sniff her and wag your tail. So yeah, everybody's talking about a bear market, this and that. Yeah, I know. Fuck them. Hey, I'm gonna grab some coffee while we get a couple more people in here. We have 31 in here. That's awesome. I'm gonna grab some coffee real quick. I'll be right back. I know we'll be alright. We will be alright. Well, Bitcoin bears, why are you going crazy? I wish that you would get lazy. Baby, my account is bleeding to hell. You take my dollar value to places I don't want to see it. What the hell, bears? You're really turning me off. Please serve my family. Please serve my family now. Cause if we got liquidated and had to go bankrupt, we would not be alright. No, we would not be alright. I'm about to panic. Yeah, there's nothing holding me back. I'm kidding. So, 37 now. All right, what's up? So yeah, real talk, guys. Like straight up, a 30-year-old man shouldn't talk like that. So, for real, um, these can be your toughest days emotionally, right? And I've been through quite a few of these, and they're all the same. They are all the same. Some go further than others, but Noah throwing a hidden gem. A long time ago, you did that with people telling you it's over. Let her go off the phone. Yeah, people are gonna tell you it's over. They're gonna be the same guy that went to the Bitcoin ATM in the mall and was interviewed by the news while he was doing it. Literally looked like his hair was on fire, and they said, "Why are you selling your Bitcoin?" It was like 6,300 or something like that, and he was like, "Oh, it's over. The market's crashing." And I'm like, "Oh, dummy, come on." And then, like, I don't know, a week later, it was at like 10,000, 11,000 again. So this is going to happen, guys. This is crypto. This is the Wild West. So you got to look at it this way, okay? People say, "Oh, it was a bubble." Okay, we are probably near, what, $300 million market cap right now, ish, maybe less. Let's look. I'd actually like to know. $331, yeah. Um, and you know, this isn't bubble territory for anything, especially when you have, Circle, Poloniex, Coinbase is applying for a banking license. Over-the-counter buys on trading on Bitcoin is just off the hook. People aren't even giving, from what I've read from like Charlie Shrem and stuff, people aren't even giving discounts on over-the-counter buying, which would be, to large buyers. You buy a ton of Bitcoin, and typically you buy in bulk on anything, you get a little bit of a discount, but that's not even happening, reportedly. So, I mean, I would just relax. I'd fucking relax. This shit happens in crypto. The Bitcoin chart is still safe to a certain level, and I guess we can go over that in a minute. But overall, it's about your psychology right now. It's about whales and market makers and all these institutional guys. I mean, it's so convenient that after consensus, all this bullish news and everything, and then the market's pulling back right now. And you should be able to, you'll see enough of these where you should be able to not even train yourself, but just kind of acquiesce to it and just be able to look at it and say, yeah, this is the same as all the other ones, So crypto's not going anywhere. We're not going into a multi-year bear market, for fuck's sake. It's ridiculous. Too much money is trying to enter. There's too much bullish fundamental news. So I would just fucking relax. I really would. Like, I would relax. Some of it probably has to do with the regulatory clarity from the SEC and stuff. But, I mean, you look at what the CFTC posted for their crypto derivative, guidelines, that's out there now. And then SEC's announcing that they're investigating all these bullshit projects. Well, that's good. You imagine all the hundreds of millions of dollars, or tens of millions of dollars, that went in, probably hundreds of millions of dollars that went into all these scammy ass projects like USI Tech, which started really popping up right after Bitcoin Connect, and then they're talking about using crypto mining and giving you, like, I think it was 1% per day and shit like that, and the owner of that was a known scammer. You have all, and then noobs put their money into that and they lose faith in the market because they get involved in these scams, and then you don't have new money coming in for a little while. So that's how these things materialize. So if we get the SEC, we get the SEC taking a look at this shit and cracking down on the scams, then we're surrounded by a lot of projects, all projects that are running themselves honestly, and we can kind of self-govern in that way. Yeah, there'll be regulations and stuff, but when you know where the boundaries are, then you don't have as many people pushing them, scamming people. Crypto market's still very immature. You look at all the scams that are still out there and the scammy ass ICOs and people getting arrested and this and that. When that stuff has started to leave, which it still doesn't even leave in traditional markets, but you guys know what I'm talking about, the ridiculous stuff where you just shake your head and go, what the fuck? When that stuff starts to leave, that's just crazy bullish. Then we can focus on development. I mean, and think of where we're going to be a year from now in regards to the fundamentals of these projects. A ton of mainnet, so your favorite project will probably be released, and then we'll start going into scaling it up, and building their solutions out, and then you'll have I can't say tangible, intangible products that work and that are moving on to the more developed part of their life cycle. Yeah, we're probably a few years away from crazy ass platforms and projects really being fully adopted, but this hasn't stopped, man, and it's not going to. These projects are working behind the scenes, and I think a lot of them, especially projects like Icon and Dragon and OMG and ones like that, don't want to go crazy with their marketing. They just want to build shit behind the scenes, and then when it's time to market it up, they market it up. Because look at it this way, guys: if your favorite project that you probably think doesn't have great marketing yet, if it is out there marketing like crazy, they don't even have a mainnet launched, and there's really nothing tangible behind it but a white paper and if you guys can hear that, my dogs are wrestling. I'm sorry, but a white paper and hope for a better tomorrow, maybe testnet, and just doing it. Or I can't even do it until 2 years from now. Like, nobody wants to hear that shit. And these projects, they can't necessarily do that as well either, because if they hype their project up and then something goes wrong, are they, are they complicit to some sort of investor fraud or fiduciary irresponsibility, something like that, potentially? So I like to see the projects that get their shit done in the background, have awesome roadmaps, are sticking to them as best as possible, or if they miss a date, we have a real reason why. For instance, with Icon's token swap, they've said repeatedly they're ready. They just got to get the exchanges to be ready. So, and a lot of these exchanges, you got to pay them to upgrade their wallets and shit like that. Like, it's a pain in the ass. So, it just kind of goes to show you how immature this space is, and I don't say that in a bad way, but it's a good thing, man. There's still a ton of opportunity. There's still a lot of market share to be had, and there's still a lot of market growth to be had as well. So when you see these 350 billion to 330 billion overnight drops or 2 night drops or something like that, in the long run, it's not as big of a deal. Okay, when we're at 1.5 trillion and we drop overnight to 1.45 trillion, all right, so we lost 50 billion overnight. Is that going to be a big deal? No. We're just feeling it so much because it's almost like there's too many projects, right? Like, there's so many coins out there. When people get their funds stuck here and stuck in that ICO, and they're not liquid, and then what they do have, they're freaking out, so they panic when the market drops. Like this is stuff that happens in an underdeveloped market. So times like this, you just want to take the long view if you can. What's the reason that you're in crypto? Part of it's probably speculative, right? But most of it is probably because you believe in this shit, right? Because if you didn't believe in it, you're not going to put your money into it. How many times has somebody, said something like, "Hey, join my," and they don't call it a multi-level marketing scheme, but people that get into that, and maybe you've probably been pitched on those before. I've been pitched on them before, and you don't believe in it. So you don't want to put your money into it and try to get ROI back, right? You technically have to believe in this shit first. So wherever you are in your crypto knowledge journey, like days like today and yesterday, and these times right now, these are the times that you study up on your fundamentals. You look back at your favorite projects. You go on their Reddits. You look at their GitHub and see how much they're developing. You look at them on Twitter, look for news articles, or study CoinDesk, or get involved in their Telegram or their Discord, and get a sense for the communities that they have, and just brush up on the fundamentals of the project, and let those reinforce you that, yeah, I'm in early, right? You're in early, right? Like, for instance, have you ever bought a smartphone 2 years before it's been developed, before it's been ready to be in your hand? No. Well, that's what you're buying right now. That's pretty much what you're buying right now. Most of these projects don't even have a mainnet yet, and those are coming. Tron's getting a mainnet. Icon's mainnet is dropping or just dropped. Dragon's got their AWS platform up, and I keep going back to these projects just because they're fresh off the top of my head. But EOS in June is releasing their mainnet. ZRX hasn't even been added to Coinbase yet, and we all know that's probably going to happen. So There's all these fundamental catalyst drivers that will make days like today look like shit, okay? And I've seen it fucking 15 times, 20 times in this space, days like today. It's the most, when you're new to the space, or if you don't have a ton of money and you feel like you're upside down on a trade, it can be the most hopeless days in the world. And you go out and you just try to take a walk and you can barely breathe and your chest is pumping and like you're sweating and you're freaking out. What am I going to tell my wife, or how am I going to pay this or that? Just put all that to bed, okay? And just wait. It's always the worst before it gets better. So, your fundamentals should tell you if you've picked the right projects, and it doesn't mean it. You better pick the right projects because you're gonna fail if you didn't. You know, a rising tide lifts all boats, so you'll be fine. But if you've picked projects that you believe in, just sit the fuck back. Like honestly, sit back. Okay. I mean, I've got a larger portfolio, and luckily we've done well for ourselves. But most of my personal net worth is in my portfolio. So, you know, I've taken a big drawdown on my holdings today. Okay, like I've got, you know, you guys have paid me Litecoin for the private group, and I haven't cashed out one Litecoin or any of the Neo from the first month, and I'm just sitting there watching it just bleed and just fucking bleed and bleed, and it's fine. Like it's honestly it's fine. Like just sit back and just wait. Just wait. We'll get regulatory clarity, okay? These projects will continue to develop. Institutional money is coming in. It is not debatable. This is not some fallacy that the crypto market is telling themselves to try to make themselves feel better. It's like, oh, institutional money. It's been like a fucking couple buzzwords forever. It's really happening, and it's really going to come in. And so, no, we're not going to get a 1.5 2 year bear market. I'm sorry. Circle wouldn't have bought Poloniex if, you know, nobody's going to be trading on their platform moving forward as they develop it, okay? Because they get their money from fees and coins listing and shit like that. If the market's dead and people don't want anything to do with it for 1.5 to 2 years, they're not going to do that. It's because they've got enough hints sitting at the top of the throne that there's institutional money coming in. So relax. Relax. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Yeah. Or not, don't be yeah, I mean, just be smart when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. And time it. Try to time it the best you can. And if you miss it by $400, or I don't know, if you miss it by 5 to 10%, it doesn't matter. I mean, Neo's, all right, let's show my screen here. Neo, on that last bounce, went down to $44. $48 would have been a 10%. If you would have gotten a $48, you would have been 10% too early, and you watch it go against you, and you go, oh shit, right? Well, $48, God, my dogs are just they always decide that it's time to play. If you would have just sold at the weekly 20, okay, if you would have sold at $84, that's 75%, and you're worried about the 10% you missed. This shit bounces hard, okay? So, chances are, guys, that this dump is going to test you much worse than you believed. But if you look at Bitcoin, we're still in this symmetrical triangle. We're still on top of the 50 weekly moving average. 20 still above the 50. Just relax. Like, it's bad. It sucks. But we're still in a symmetrical triangle, and symmetrical triangles are neutral patterns. Off of a drop, you're probably going to call them a neutral leaning bearish pattern, but we've got all these fundamentals. You know, Bitcoin bull runs, I read something today, they typically start 1 year before the block halving, and we're about, less than 1 year away from that? I don't know, man. And then you're going to want all that institutional money is going to be coming and everything. Like, yeah, this doesn't look good right now, but it's fine. It's fucking fine, really. I've seen literally probably 20 of these days. And so it always ends up the same way. I mean, you guys got to, I say it every time. That big bear market that we had in 2014 and 2015, okay. Number one, that was Mt. Gox hack. That destroyed anybody's faith in the market. Like, it absolutely ass raped anybody's faith in the market. And that's something that when, you know, crypto was probably $5 to $10 million market cap. I don't even know back then. Like, or I don't know, 50 maybe, 25, something like that. Very, 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 very much smaller than it is now. And you have something of that nature destroy belief and hopes and lock up everybody's Bitcoin and this and that. Like, that's a different set of circumstances than we're at right now. I mean, it's fucking 180 degrees different. It is Jekyll and Hyde. It's yin yang. Like, it's ass opposite where we are today versus the sentiment and the reasons back then behind that bear market. So, yeah, Bitcoin did run up to 20 G's, right? And so, in a basically a year. And now it's at 76. Like, it's all right. It's okay. It's all okay. It's all going to be okay. Chances are we going to be all right. What do we got? Yeah, we're 2 years away from halving, but bull runs typically start 1 year before, and Litecoin is sooner. So, I want everybody to be okay. I want everybody to chill the fuck out and relax. Don't go getting liquidated right now. And here's another thing. Do you want to sell? Have you decided that you want to sell? Do not sell the blood. Sell the top of the bounce. The market moves in waves. I am not a big believer in Elliott wave counts and shit like that. Not that they can't be used well. The best can use them. But you're not the best. Okay? You haven't been trading for 8 to 10, 15 years. Like, just stop. You haven't studied it for 5 years. It gives newbies a false sense of security because they're able to kind of plan out their see something on the chart that tells them where price is going, and they have no other way to guess. So, but getting off on a tangent, the market moves in waves. It goes down and it goes up, and it goes down and it goes up. In bear markets, it goes down, you get a lower high and a lower low, and a lower high and a lower low. But you don't sell the lower low, you sell the lower high. So just relax. It's quite clear to me that we are in a consolidation pattern here now. And if you want to put this on your little chart here and look for that orange line to be pierced, you're fine. It's all going to be fine. It's all going to be okay. I want to buy. I want to buy too. What do you want to buy? Big players want to shake you out. Abso-fucking-lutely. We are in the early part of this game, guys. Your institutional money, and you can buy over the counter and then transfer to an exchange and then start shorting this shit, or not put any money into exchanges at all and let the exchanges just let all the buy volume get off the exchanges. Like, institutional money knows what they're doing, and big money players know what they're doing. And if you want to basically get in with, say you have $10 billion or $1 billion or $300 million, you name it, $10 million, it doesn't fucking matter, and you want to get all that money into here, these guys have more money to be more patient than you could ever dream. They're not gonna. They didn't want to buy it at 8,000. You know, they want to buy it as low as they can, without ruining the market. Just relax. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be smart money's smart for a reason. They want to shake you out. Anish, and I hope I said your name right. You're exactly right. You get a gold star. You get a golden star. So, relax. You know I got love for you guys. It's been a rough couple of weeks for everybody in the market. Like, it just has. So, I think the safest and the easiest trading right now is probably shorting rallies for like 100, like crazy rallies on Bitcoin. You could easily short them on leverage for a few $100s while people take profits, because it's going to happen. And if you just want to stick to that, that'd probably be the best way, you know, to make quick money. Like, it's a banger to do that right now, basically. But I'm not gonna recommend you guys take high leverage. So, yeah, you guys have any questions? That's the thing, Charlie. Maltha? Is there any reason why there's such a dump, though? I haven't heard any major negative news. Sounds about right. You know, like we're saying, it's so convenient, all this bullish news, and Market's dumping. Come on. People want to get their money into this market. Over-the-counter trading is going wild, and so that's where big money buyers typically land and dwell at. Think about it. If you have a shit ton of money and you want 2 to 3% of your net worth exposure to crypto just in case, how many of those guys are out there? There's a lot. How many guys that are loaded from the 90s tech bubble see similarities in this and say, oh my fucking lord, we can do this again? All those guys are coming. Oh, and girls, they're all coming. OTC markets are not actually dry. They're not dry right now. OTC markets are widely known to be popping. Pizzopping. Fashizo. So, yeah, just relax, guys. Everything's cool. We coolin' or something like that. Isn't that what people say? We coolin', these young kids these days? Oh, if you guys want an awesome book, by the way, check this out. It's Dogs of Instagram. Dogs on Instagram. And if you like dogs, it's all these dog pictures with their handles. And they have the cutest dogs in the world. Like, look at this dog right here. Are you serious? Look how happy that dog is. That should be you today. You should be like, oh, all right. We gonna bounce. We gonna biz ounce. Just get yourself a nice bottle of Tito's vodka, okay? I'm friends with Tito's brother, Will. What's up? If you're watching, much love. Get yourself a nice bottle of Tito's vodka and drink. It's like during hurricanes. That's what people do during hurricanes, evidently, is they just get drunk inside their apartment or whatever in their bathtub because they got nothing else to do with their life at that moment. Just drink in your bathtub today, guys. That's what these days should be. They should be get drunk in your bathtub days. Texas born. That's right. Austin, baby. Houston, Tejas. My favorite place in the world. Oh, no one's selling. Yeah, exactly. That's exact. Okay, yeah. Anish, my bad. I didn't know you were saying that. Yeah, I mean, and it goes along with what I was saying that that Charlie Shrem posted that these buyers want discounts and sellers aren't giving it to them. So I'm not selling my shit. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your mind? Listen, when this is all over, because you have to have an exit strategy, all right? Whether that's a percentage gains in your portfolio or a date or a money amount, you have to have an exit strategy. Otherwise, how are you going to pay yourself and say this was success? Like mine, I want to build my wife the house of her dreams, okay? Like, and then I want to get it. Like I don't believe in car payments or anything like that, and I'm not liquidating crypto holdings to buy shit. Like I'm living cheap right now, because I truly believe in this shit. Like I want a nice car, finally, that I can pay cash for, and then, like other than that, I don't know, rental properties and shit. Like think about the shit that you're gonna buy when this all goes crazy. And just think about the long run. I know, guys, I understand you can get freaked out by this. I've been there, right? And when I was new in this space, and it's really scary. Like you don't come out of the box equipped for this, for these emotional swings and shit. So I understand. Just hang in there, and just understand there's a lot of people just like you, but just hang in there. Like we're all gonna be okay. It's all gonna be fun in the future, and we're all going to be cool. So yeah, that's what I got. I appreciate you guys supporting me, and if you got my Telegram, my Twitter, my Instagram, my website, and then emails, you guys can email me with questions. I prefer that you message me on Telegram, but it really doesn't matter. We got private group registrations for June going live tomorrow, and yeah, just hang in there, man. It's been a rough month for everybody, but it's always the darkest before the dawn. I think I said that right. So, yeah. Follow me on Twitter. Like, subscribe. Call me a fat ass. Tell me I look like I'm 12. I don't on Twitter. I don't care. But yeah. Hang tough or hang square. What do the kids say these days? I don't even know. I act like I'm older than I am. All right. No, wait. I act like I'm younger. I don't know. All right, guys. I love you. Mwah!